assembled. Took the control arms out, hub, strut. Still gotta get the axle out of there, CV. Working on this side right now. First thing you gotta do is disconnect your tie rod, and then you're gonna want to undo the brake caliper. And then after that, undo this T30 to take the rotor off. And then you should be able to get your ABS wire out. I'll show you that in a second. That's where I'm at right now. To get the rotor off, the ABS is right there. And it's a 5mm Allen key. Once you get that off, just make sure you undo it from the holder right there. And then there's also a little Christmas tree clip right there. Just pull it out and hang it over here with the caliper out of the way. It's a bit of a struggle, but once you get all that stuff undone, you're gonna undo the axle nut, which is right there, the big one. And then you're gonna wanna loosen these bolts on your lower control arm. Just the end part. It's gonna be like a 21 and a 24, or no, 24 and a 24mm wrench. And once that's loose, you'll be able to pull. Your hub will come all the way down, and it'll be connected with your lower ball joint down there. And then you can just get a hammer like this and just smack the heck out of them until they come off the knuckle. I usually hit right here and right here. And then once that's all disconnected, you can pull it off and then leave your control arm dangling. We're about to take that out. First, we're going to take out these 3 bolts. They are 17 on my truck. I'll get this taken out. All right, so I got the hubs out, the control arms, CV axles. So it's ready to drop the diff. So I got to remove those stock cross members. That one right there. And then the bolts for the cross members. And then there's about 2, 4, I'll say 7. I think there's like 7 or 8 bolts that hold the diff in. And you're gonna wanna undo this clip right here. It's your differential actuator. It's just some Christmas tree clips right here, and then you gotta pull this red tab back on the actual clip itself, and then undo that, so that way when you drop the diff, it doesn't get ripped, obviously. I'm recording this by myself right now, so it's kind of hard to record while I'm working, but 2 of the diff bolts are right there. These 2, remove those, just crack them all loose and leave them loose. And then the other 2, let me see. This is the driver's side. So there's 3 right there. Let's see if I can. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then those 2 right there. That one and that one. You're gonna have to get underneath the truck and get them from the other side. There's like a little gap right through there. You can get a ratchet in there and just loosen all of those. And then once you have them loosened, then you can put a jack underneath the truck and jack it up onto the bottom of the diff and put pressure on it. And once you have pressure on it, you should be able to take most of those bolts out pretty easily. And once you get them all out, then you can just lower the jack. So yeah, I'm doing it by myself, so I'm gonna put the jack in at an angle to where while I'm laying down there, I can lower the jack but still be underneath the diff, so that way it doesn't drop. And it's not too heavy, so I mean, I'm not the strongest person in the world, and I've lowered it in my old truck, my Silverado. So I don't think this one's gonna be any heavier. But I'll get back with you guys whenever I get this out. All right, so right now I got all the control arms off, hubs off, CV axles off, just pulled the front diff out. So you got these two bolts on the passenger side. Those two are the hardest to get to. And then you have those three on the driver's side. So the diff goes in the truck like that. Yeah, it was a pain to get that out. So now I'm gonna be cutting somewhere in here. I gotta get the measurements and everything just to be able to fit the new cross members in. You don't gotta cut anything for the front, just the rear. So I'll get those marked up and then I'll show y'all exactly where I marked them at and stuff like that.